All right, good day, people. So we're looking at Zebec Network. Currently, right now, it is down 10.9% the last 24 hours. We got a market cap of 219 million. Right now, we're currently at 88,345 holders of this particular project. We got a max supply of 100 billion. All right, so let's get to it. I've already done a video before about Zebec, but just go ahead and make this thing a lot simpler for you guys. All right, we essentially this is a project that really focuses on real time payment protocols. So what does that look like? Let's say, for simple purposes, someone gets paid every 2 weeks $1,000 for their salary. What would it look like instead of waiting for the 2 weeks for your money to hit your account? You can actually receive that money in real time. Meaning that, so today is Friday, as I'm doing this video, I can let's just once again use simple math, and let's just say we have 10 days, and over those 10 days, I'm basically earning $100 per day. So today, I will earn $100. All right, and then on Monday, I earn another 100. But the earning, it actually trickles in and it actually hits my account. So essentially, I'm getting paid in real time. So after my shift is done during the day, boom, that money hits my account. That's a game changer because payrolls are somewhat illiquid for the most part. Okay, so this brings liquidity into the payroll sector. All right, now there's some other little things too that they're looking to roll out, and that's basically you can borrow against your future earnings as well too. And so if a bank or Zebec, the protocol, knows that you have consistently been banking with them and you getting paid every 2 weeks for the last 4, 3, 5 years or whatever, Zebec Network will also allow you to be able to what? Borrow. So for instance, if I need money now, instead of waiting to December, I can borrow from my future December earnings through my salary, and I can use that money now. So remember, payroll is basically locked liquidity, and the liquidity is released at the day that you get paid. Now we can tap into that, and that's going to change the game for how a lot of things are truly paid out. All right. So I'm just going to go through some partnerships and things that is happening right now. Um, to be transparent, yes, I do invest in Zebec. This is not an endorsement for you to do it. This is just an open journal of what I'm doing, and it's for me. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. I don't care what you do. It has nothing to do with me. All right. And so like I said, I'm just going over some things that I like about this particular project. But first, let's just go ahead and look at the weekly chart on this. And I really want you to see some things that are totally different. Now, I'm on a regular chart, but I also can go on a logarithmic chart. And I'll show you the difference in a few of what that will look like. But I'm probably going to pick a different project so you can see the difference. So we probably can look at something like Bitcoin. All right, we clearly see right here, this is what we call a cup and handle pattern, or you can look at this as a huge flat pattern. All right. Now, if we look at the cup and handle, all right, this is going to be the cup base, all right, and this is the the cup rim, this is the base, and this is the handle, so to speak. All right. So we got something look like this. Oh, sorry, wrong one. This, but boom, and then we got this. All right. So I want you to think of it as like a cup. All right. Now, it's not as this is not really something that I want you to get hung up on. But what I really want you to understand is this impulse. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and get the targets of where we can go. And I'm doing this because I know a lot of people like coming to the markets. They only want to focus on the price. So I'm just going to go ahead and get this knocked out. All right, here we go. So based off this extension point or this impulse right now, our first target area is the 0.0089557. And from where we currently are now up to that, that's about a 295% gain. Now, if we get to the 1 cent region, we're talking about a 398. And then, of course, here's a third extension. We're at a 688% gain. And then here goes a fourth, would have put us around a 974. And then we'll be over a 10x if we hit this one extension. The fifth one will put it over 2 cents. All right. Now, I honestly believe that we can hit all those particular levels in the future. All right, but nothing's guaranteed. All right, but it's worth the risk. So, this is back in the zone of accumulation. The reason why I say this, so this right here was what? Resistance at one point. All right. You see how we get close here, we break down, we get close here, we break down, and then we finally get back above, we come back, we retest the area, and then we come back and we retest this again. Okay, so in my opinion, everything in this region is fair game of gobbling up. Okay, now from down here, from the lows, all the way up here to the high, we had a 931% gain. Right. Now, from that high down to where we currently are today, we are roughly around a 68% drop from the all-time high, which is really typical with any altcoin. So anything below is good. Now I'm going to use my Fibonacci retracement tool, and I'm going to look at the levels that we currently are. We haven't fully got to the 78%, which I think that we still can get to. We can come down here to 78%, and we can come a little bit lower. All right. Regardless, I will be looking to accumulate everything I can in this region and on down. All right. Essentially, anything between the 61 and on down, I should be looking at doing. Now, we use something called a ×2 method. So what does that mean? So right now, price, we're just going to be simple math. It's 0.0022. We basically want to go, we're going to keep investing in this as much as possible until it gets to 0.44. So let's say about right here. All right. So that's a 96% gain from that area. So basically, we got to this yellow line to basically continue investing, meaning we don't care what price does as long as it doesn't pass this yellow line. If it passes the yellow line, we will stop. Okay, and so what I'm doing is I'm redistributing my threshold. Okay, I started investing in up here, and then of course I started dollar cost averaging as it started to come down. I think I had a few that I did as a little test batch because I was using the base app. So I just converted over a few there, but then I started adding strong in this area, and then of course it pulled back on us. All right. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. What I'm doing with this chart. All right. Everything below this yellow is fair game to continue aggressively loading. All right. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. All right. So let's look at a couple. Let's see. All right, so here, and this was done back in September, but I'm just going over a couple of little partnerships. All right, they have Science Card. All right, Science Card is it's a financial platform that gives individuals in the United Kingdom the ability to fund specific scientific research projects as they spend. So the customer can open an e-money account or use their MasterCard debit cards to join Science Card to contribute to the projects they want to support. All right. Who is behind this? All right. So you also have Zebec that is integrated inside Science Card. All right. So you see right here, they're revolutionizing crypto payments in education. So the acquisition of Science Card positions Zebec Network as a key player in the education sector. So they're offering tailored crypto payment solutions for students and researchers. Zebec aims to streamline campus spending and research funding. All right, so this integration addresses the unique financial needs of academic institutions and their stakeholders, enhancing Zebec's appeal in a niche market. Now, you know how when you go to the let's say you go to McDonald's and they say, hey, you want to round up your money to the nearest dollar as a donation to one of the foundations that it may be supporting. And of course, a lot of us will go ahead and say yes, right? But what you're going to start to see is that you're going to have some protocols that are going to allow you, through your spending, to round up and contribute to certain endeavors. That's going to be a little bit more in a decentralized manner. All right. So instead of us going up to, like I said, to a restaurant and doing this, you'll be able to do it for the comfort of your app. And so some of these protocols are going to be attached, or you're going to start having, you may have a school system. Like, hey guys, for every dollar you spend, 2 or 3 cents going to go to such and such. If you use this network or this platform, you're going to start seeing Zebec is going to be able to help with that as well too, with the integrations, and it's going to make it more decentralized, and that could be easily done from our phone. And that's what we're going to look at, looking at our those partnerships in the telecommunication arena, right? So that brings me to World Mobile. So they partner with what? Zebec, all right? So it's a telecom and finance, right? See, it's telecom and finance. Two industries depend on the two industries we depend on were not designed to work together. Think about that. Telecom and finance. So if I want you guys to pay attention to Tailcoin as well too. That's another project that I really love. All right, so we'll do a whole nother video on that later. But Tailcoin, all right, keep that in mind. But they were not designed to work together, so each developed in isolation. So when unchecked, each excludes people in different ways. All right, so under the legacy networks, the cost of that disconnect has historically fallen on the same communities. The ones left without coverage, without access, without power. So World Mobile and Zebec are changing the status quo. Together, they're launching ZebecNET, a decentralized mobile network that combines mobile coverage with real-time finance into a single infrastructure layer. All right, so the phases started in August of 2025. The partnership combines the world's global eSIM technology, a decentralized carrier stack, alongside Zebec's real-time payroll and card products, creating a system where mobile access and financial participation operate together with a global reach and scale. So it's basically going to be built on the same architect that powers other networks in the World Mobile ecosystem. So they got something called a Toshi Mobile. All right, at its core, a decentralized mobile virtual networks enabler model. All right, so this is getting a little bit into the technical side of it, which is I'm not very versed in some of the telecom stuff, but I do understand programmable finance. All right, that is going to be huge with programmable finance. To be able to, it's sort of like smart contracts, like on Ethereum, but utilizing this. All right. So they will launch the Zebec Silver and Carbon prepaid debit cards. All right, they're going to be compatible with Apple Pay and Google Pay, accepted globally via MasterCard. They said September they're going to have a dedicated World Mobile debit card will follow. It will be reloadable. Okay. And then you provide seamless, borderless spending power. Users participate in the world mobile ecosystem. All right. So here's some of the first payment optimized mobile data. I'm sorry, network. Here's some of the roadmaps. So some of the stuff should already be done or finish it up. Okay. So that's something to pay attention to, guys. All right, we got a partnership with NatPay. All right, so NatPay, they focus on payroll. Now, NatPay, they already have, what you call it? They're already under regulated rails. All right, I believe they under FedNow and maybe the ISO 22 compliant. Okay. So we see over here on the Reddit, I think this came out today. All right, it's talking about Zebec and PGP are now integrated with NatPay as the only U.S. payroll processor in the FedNow program. Right, so a fully ISO 2022 compliant member of NACHA. All right, so this now don't get it confused. Zebec is not compliant yet. They could be working on it, but they're partnering with, they're doing partnerships and integration with companies or institutions who've already in there. So being part of the FedNow program and fully ISO and then utilizing that technology is really a big thing. All right, so that's what the NatPay. All right, and this is the website of NatPay. You can go in and you can look and see what they're about. Maybe look at the history. All right, so there's a top leader in ACH document distribution solutions. All right, so it was founded in 1991. All right, they became the leading company off a third-party processing of direct deposit for employee payroll. So they do over $145+ billion annually. For 272,000 ACH clients nationwide. Now, I want you to just keep that in your mind. Even a fraction of that, let's say 10%, that's, what is that? 27,000? Yeah, 27,000 companies. That's just being modest. So you see what ZBCN could be integrating in for that solution. All right. So keep that in mind, guys. Now there's another thing to look at. We already talked about the science. So you got open science, DeScience or decentralized science. I want you to look at this right here. So, and at the time of this article, they had risen money, but look at the people. You got Circle, Coinbase, Solana Ventures, Republic, Lightspeed Venture Partners, right? So these people have already invested in, okay? Now, the company has facilitated over 35 million in card volume with over 50 active users. So I don't know if that's supposed to be 50,000. They're hoping it ain't just 50. So I don't know if this person has they meant to put a comma there to put a period there, but I'm assuming we're going to go with 50,000, not 50. All right. Look at this. Through the collaboration of open decentralized science aims to explore several operational use cases, including, all right, look at this, streamed and conditional grant disbursements tied to scientific milestone verification. See, that's the thing, guys. Imagine you getting paid based off milestones that have been met. Imagine the NFL, okay, of getting paid, particularly maybe in real time, or certain things, or certain certain players getting paid instead of every once a week or whatever. Then watch this. I haven't done the math fully, but I'm hearing that your taxable income, it becomes a little bit different if you break it up in a lot of micro payments because the way it's distributed. So that could be something. Like I said, I haven't done the math, but I've seen on talks online people talk about that, and like I said, that could be something behind that where your taxes overall be a little bit different because the way it's broken up like that. So it's something to look into. I do know paying your mortgage with multiple hits throughout the month, it definitely, especially if you pay, every 2 weeks instead of once a month. I think when I done it years ago, if I would stayed on there, it would have knocked off almost 6 to 7 years off your mortgage just by me paying every 2 weeks. Now, when I say every 2 weeks, I'm not talking about, let's say, just for simple math, let's say your mortgage is $1,000. I'm not saying that you're supposed to pay $1,000 every 2 weeks, but instead you will pay $500 every 2 weeks. So it still covers the $1,000 for the month, but you're doing it every 2 weeks. So it switches up. So that's something that you can consider. Then they got researchers or issue prepaid debit cards with token denominated spending. All right. That's something to keep in mind. And then you got automated contributor rewards based on peer review and data sharing KPIs. And then you got community driven funding rounds with real world payment rails. I can see that with funding. So, a lot of funding, you got to get the money, especially if you have a goal. You're not able to receive or tap into those funds to that come. But what would that look like if somebody can receive funding in real time? And then they can come back and say, hey, we only need this much to complete this project for this week. What if you reach out to a mass community and then they can give it to you, you have access to it? So you see how like I said, I think this is unlocking liquidity guardrails around payrolls, payment systems, fundings. All right, it opens it up a lot wider of what you can do, especially being in real time. All right, so I definitely see this happening. All right, so you got Quai Network. So, what is Quai? Quai is the first energy-based monetary system. All right, so it's a network system of sharded EVM-compatible blockchains that deliver 200,000 plus transactions per second without sacrificing decentralization, all powered by the innovative proof of entropy minima consensus. So Quai is another, project, but it worked with Zebec. Okay, so it's the integration that Zebec. So like I said, the integration like this one with Zebec, and Node Map is like lighting up globally, and the apps like Kipler and BlipPlay are making crypto payments a reality. All right, so let me see. Alright, so through this integration, a custom Quai branded black card will be available for purchase. Alright, and the Quai network will be usable with Zebec silver and carbon cards. Alright, so this opened up Quai to real-time finance and everyday spending, allowing Quai to be spent at any local retailer who accepts MasterCard. Simply load up the card with Quai and go spend. So we continue to see a lot of different partnerships that are happening. All right. Here's another one. It's called All Unity and Zebec partner to deliver real-time payroll with the Euro AU stablecoin integration. All right. So All Unity, a joint venture between DWS, Flow Traders, and Galaxy, a regulated e-money institute, Today announced a new partnership with Zebec, a decentralized infrastructure network for real-world value flows. Through this collaboration, Zebec becomes a preferred partner of all Unity to deliver real-time stablecoin-powered payroll solutions for private and enterprise client networks worldwide. So, as part of this partnership, Zebec will integrate Euro AU, all Unity's Euro-backed, fully reserved stablecoin into a payroll platform to enable real-time, frictionless payments in stablecoins, enabling businesses to pay employees and contractors globally with enhanced transparency, security, and 24/7 availability. All right, so Zebec's Spanish suite or or suite of crypto card products, including an exclusive branded payment card compatible with Apple Pay and Google Pay. This will allow users to seamlessly convert payroll earnings into spendable funds at millions of merchants worldwide. So there's a pretty good, decent article on this. All right. So Zebec, like I said, I like it. Do your own research. Crypto.com has it. Uphold has it as well for U.S. based people. Of course, you probably can look at maybe the base. You can get it on base as well too by doing some swaps, and of course you also have different. Let's see, you might do swaps through like Uniswap or whatnot. They should be able to have it, but if not, but those are some good ones that you can start with. Like I said, Crypto.com or Uphold. All right, so yeah, that's it. Check out Zebec. Don't get too caught up on price or what's happening with the major drop. We clearly can see right here on the chart that we're, like I said, we're down about 68% from, about 68, 70, almost 70% from all-time highs. If you like the project and you thought the prices up here was decent, then definitely down here is going to be decent. All right. So keep that in mind. And that is it. Y'all have a great one. Enjoy your weekend.